Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the page kits that I made to go to the crop. This is a picture of my daughter and her new husband. It was at her wedding, and it is of my mom and her husband. Now, right off the bat, I decide to do another layout, sort of like the one that I did a few days ago, where I did a whole bunch of squares and I called it the bullseye layout. And I did another one, just a few layouts later, but by doing different sizes of squares, it's totally going to look different. Now this picture is a 4x4, so I'm able to start my bullseye, I guess, a little smaller. So my photo's 4x4. I'm going to mount it on some cardstock, blue cardstock. The next layer I did was 6x6, and then I did a 10x10, and then of course my background is 12x12. Now, I think I had also mentioned in that video that, just by changing it a little bit, you can make each layout totally look different. And I didn't remember doing this layout. I mean, we are now in July and I did those in April. So I really don't remember which layout I had done, but to change it up for this time, like I said, I made more squares, and then I went and grabbed this tiny washi tape, which is, I'd say, about 1/8 of an inch. And I didn't have any more pattern papers that I wanted to use. So instead of pattern papers, I'm going to take this washi tape and I'm going to outline or mat, a fake mat, and put it around the background of that last, the 10x10. I'm going to put it in behind that 10x10 so that it looks like there's another layer in behind that. It takes a bit of time, I have to say, because you have to, align it and make sure, because it's such a thin washi tape. Now, if I would have used, let's say, a 1/2 inch washi tape, it wouldn't have been as hard because I could have just put it so that it was somewhat straight, and then it would have been going beyond that pattern paper. But because it's such a thin washi tape, I had to, play with it for a little bit, but I got it to work. So this was another one of these page kits. It must have been, I think I did them in the order that I had put them together before I left home. When I did my journaling for each one of the page kits, I numbered each one of my page kits from 1 to 30. And then I used a recipe card for each one of the page kits, and because then I was able to number those recipe cards, and when I got to the crop, it was easy for me to match the journaling with each page without trying to figure out which one it was. So they were numbered from 1 to 30. And then when I got to the crop, I just grabbed number 1 and kind of worked my way, from 1 to 21. I think pretty much. I think the very last 2, I kind of went through and grabbed the ones that I wanted to make because I knew I was getting down to the crunch. And then I said, okay, well, now I want to pick a couple of pages that I want to make. But for the most part, I kind of followed my page kits in the order that I made them. So this page kit here was one of the ones that I had done sort of at the end, and I was kind of in a rush, and I just grabbed a whole bunch of embellishments that, in their packs, and I just threw them in as part of my embellishments. I didn't go through my stuff and, picked embellishments for that specific layout. So as I'm putting this page together, I'm going to have to open each one of the words, man, today, words. Each of the embellishment packages that I had brought, like the collection, and I'll have to figure out what I want to use as an embellishment foundation and all this stuff. I much prefer putting the page together with the page kits that I took the time to, to go through my stuff and say, I have this many things and I'm going to use, I have this many circles or squares, and find all the embellishments that are, with the same colors and all this stuff. Because when I start putting the page together, it comes together much faster. I can put that page together much faster. Now, in my defense, I know today I'm struggling with my words. Last night I worked a night shift, and then tomorrow we are going camping. Now, probably by the time that you see this, we'll probably be on our way home. But before we leave, I have to make sure that, I get all the videos done and uploaded so that I can have a video a day like I promised for the entire month of July. But I only had about 4 hours sleep, so my brain is not working very well today. So I want to apologize for that. But I wanted to make sure that, I kept my word. I said that I was going to do a video a day. And, at first I was like, oh, no problem. I just work like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then the rest of the week, I'll just, get 1 or 2 videos ready. And then I looked at my agenda and I'm like, oh, we are leaving on Thursday and we're leaving for 5 days. So I need to get 5 days worth of videos done. Now, thankfully, I have still a few of these pages done that I did back in April. So really all I had to do was, editing the video and then doing the voiceover. But this is like my 4th voiceover today. So hopefully it'll still be, interesting. But again, I want to apologize. I know that you don't get to see a lot of the layout as I'm putting it together. Next time that I go to a crop like that, I'm going to make sure to, be a little bit more careful about where I put my layout. I think I was thinking that I want to make sure that you could see the embellishments, but I'd rather put the embellishments off that you can't see the embellishments, and then as I'm putting them on the layout, then you'd be able to see my embellishment clusters and stuff. But this one I ended up putting just a small piece of journaling, and next to it I did a little bit of an embellishment cluster next to my journaling. I did one at the top left of my layout, and then the top or the middle right of the layout. So this is really not my favorite way to get a page kit or a page done, by having basically a whole collection within my, page kit. I'd rather go through all my embellishments at home and just grab a whole bunch of stuff. And then when I get to put my page together, I find that it's much easier to get my embellishment clusters together. But I mean, it's better than bringing everything that's in your craft room. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout. I'm just going to cover my photo, add some mist around all the embellishment cluster. I'm going to add a blue, and then I'm going to add some white. Now I have to say, the white mist, it takes a long time to dry. So, make sure that you put your layout somewhere where it can dry. For some reason, it takes way longer than the other mist to dry. Or if you have a heat gun, you can dry it with that. It works a little bit better. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout. Now, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.